Guzman scores to equalise in the Copa Libertadores. We're going to stay top of the table.
Oh, yeah!
Hello and welcome back to another episode as part of the Pacific Pursuit, and welcome back to Nacional. We are still here with this club in Uruguay. It's an interesting time for us really whilst we look for this new job. In today's episode we have two games coming up. The first against Atletico Nacional in the Copa Libertadores Group H game there, as you can see, and then we go into the league against Liverpool, who we beat in the Uruguayan Cup final last time out. So it is going to be a very good episode in the Copa Libertadores. We are top of the group. If we go down here, as you can see, we are top. As it stands, our bad group phase is still happening a bit. We played against Estudiantes, who made the semi-final of the Sudamericana last year, I believe. So we did play against a very good team there. But I think it's a case of, they came, we had a good game with them, but we are still doing well against the other teams. Who knows? Maybe we can win it with this Nacional team. It looks like it looks like an interesting group phase. It doesn't look like there's massive teams in it. I mean, the Brazilian teams are there, but it feels like a lot of teams who we could beat. We've had a few games since last time out. Obviously, those two games where we bottled those finals. But what could you do really? 2 wins in the league, that draw, another win in the league. We had a win there against Deportivo Chachira, who are a Venezuelan team, did it say? Yeah, Venezuelan team, as you can see there. And then a 1-1 draw in the league against Defensor Sporting. We find ourselves tied at the top of the table in third place, tied between 4 different teams, which is always interesting. Let's get straight into it. It's the first game of the day against Atletico Nacional, another Nacional team in the Copa Libertadores. So the team for this game against Atletico Nacional: Blanco in goal, backline of Britos, Gregorio, Camargo and Bortegara. We've got De Los Santos, Cabrera, Guzman in the middle, Noble on the left, Vinicius on the right and Marcus Vinicius up top. Kick off here in this game against Atletico Nacional. They are not Colombian team actually. Yeah, I thought I was familiar with them from somewhere, but they are in fact a Colombian team. The next country we go to, the next club, I feel like it's got to be Brazil. We have a long time to go until the competition, so the Copa America is like 2 years away, or it might be a year and a half away at this point, and then the World Cup obviously 2 years after that, so it is quite a long time to go still. We can go on a real good process with the club and also afford to spend a little bit more time here because, we don't want to rush into things. We want to enjoy our time. I think it's been a very, very good series. I think we've progressed really, really well between the different clubs. But, it's also good to take our time a little bit because it feels like we have, there's some clubs we didn't really stay at long enough, like Everton, for example. We didn't really stay at for all that long, and I think it would be nice to stay here and see what we can do with this club for a little bit longer before we go and move on. But obviously if that job comes up, then we will be going. Which job it is though, I don't know. I think it has to be one of the Brazilian clubs. As I said, which one it is, I don't know. We'll have to see. I think we're looking at teams who have we've got them here. It's mainly these ones. We've got Palmeiras, we've got Sao Paulo, Fluminense there. We've also got Flamengo who are there. They have 13 teams qualified for international competitions, which is insane really. Corinthians are there as well, which is another team. So how many teams is that? 5 teams, was it? Is that another Brazilian team? I'm not too familiar with who the long name is because they never show the long names for some reason, but that definitely is another one there. There's a square ball here and Guzman scores to equalise in the Copa Libertadores. We're going to stay top of the table. It's a lovely finish. We've not even had the chance to really look at this game, but it is 1-1. I think we need to just go and get into it a little bit more. We can make some changes. We've had a few injuries and the squad depth is not really that big anymore, so we'll have to look at making some signings, potentially make some changes here. We'll bring off Bortegara, who is just returning from injury. Cabrera off. We'll bring on Petroni into the middle there. We'll keep them two actually around like that, and then one of the attackers potentially. I think we'll bring Noble off, put Marcus Vinicius over to the left, and then we want to bring on Alexander Vlach to see what he can do on that right hand side. But yeah, I think it'll be interesting. I really want to go to one of the Brazilian teams, and I think what we're looking at is a team who is qualified now for this season but have a tough league in their actual domestic league, not in the Copa Libertadores, because here's Guzman in behind. Can he make it 2-1 even? He has the shot and he puts it wide. In the end, it is a save from the Atletico Nacional goalkeeper. But yeah, we could win it first time if we were to go now, but I don't know if we could if that team is having a bad league like in their domestic league. So it'll be interesting. I think it will be a bit of a process. We might have to go on. We might pick up a team who's not even in this Copa Libertadores season, and we have to go on that journey to return them. But I think we are looking at a team who has a good Copa Libertadores but has a bad league, because I think the domestic leagues are probably tougher than some of these group phases for some of these teams. So if that does happen, then we'd have to go into the knockouts. We wouldn't have had the whole season with them, which would be a bit frustrating really. Here's Marcus Vinicius, he's running in behind and he has the shot and he scores. Of course he does. 12 for the season. Marcus Vinicius scores again. It's 2-1 here in the Copa Libertadores, and we are on for a big 3 points. We're still undefeated, in South America group phases. We didn't lose last time out, and we've not lost so far this time out, which is always good. It's always nice to see that this is the case, and hopefully this can continue with our next club. But yeah, it would, if we do go to a club like that, like we said, it would be a bit frustrating because we wouldn't have had the whole group phase with them. We would just go straight into the knockouts, but there's obviously no guarantee of us winning, and we might have to go an extra season, and I think I would like to go on a bit of that process. Then we can also get the Copa America. Here's Marcus Vinicius, our own goal. It's not an own goal in the end. De Los Santos can win his header, he's not able to in the end, and that is the end of that one there. But yeah, I think we have to go on that process so we can also build into the Copa America and then the World Cup after that. Which country it is, as I still don't know. I mean, I would like to pick up a team who wins the Copa America and then can go on and win the Copa, not the World Cup, I should say. And that team, you'd think, would probably be Brazil, but we'll have to see whether or not we're going to pick them up. There is not a flag up on that far side. I think this goal might just stand. We're going to offer up some words of encouragement. Let's have a look if the goal does stand, whether or not it will. The decision is goal given, and now we're going to have to go a little bit more attacking. We've made the changes that we can really in this game, so it's just a case of seeing if we can go and get that goal. I think we fumble these leads so much. I think we've played well, but we just cannot hold on to leads. It's always these draws. Can we get a late winner here in this game? It's the final few moments. We'll go a bit more attacking. There's 5 minutes of added time. Petroni, Britos into Guzman, edge of the area. He tries to find Vlach in behind, but it falls back out to Britos and he can't do anything. And now Gregorio goes to Britos. Marcos Vinicius, where can he go? Down this left side into De Los Santos. Petroni into Gutierrez. Gutierrez cuts in and he's dispossessed, but now Petroni wins it back in behind for Marcos Vinicius, but I think he might be offside. If he's offside, that is so heartbreaking really, because that is a really good move from us, but we'll have to see. The decision is going to be goal given. We do score in the 93rd minute. It's a massive 3 points in the Copa Libertadores. Let's go and see if we can pick up a massive 3 points in the league to go top of the table. The full time whistle goes, and what a performance it is. And just the one change for this team against Liverpool: Blanco in goal, backline, and Britos, Gregorio, Gutierrez, Bortegara in the middle, De Los Santos, Cabrera, Guzman in the midfield. We've got Noble on the left, Marcos Vinicius on the right, and Marcos Vinicius up top. Kick off here in this game against Liverpool. Early chance there for them, but not able to convert from that there. We'll have a look to see how this game goes. I think it's important to get a big win. If we beat them, we can go top of the table. They are one of these 4 teams who are, we won't go top of the table, but we could go second, and if results go our way in those other games, then there's a very big chance that we could, because Danubio are playing against Penarol as well. So I guess if there's 2 winners in those games, if it's Penarol, then we would go first in the table. If it is Danubio, then we would go second and tie with them. So there's a big chance that if we win today, we can go up to first place, with Liverpool also losing should we beat them in this game. These top 4 teams all tied on the same amount of points. It's a very interesting position to be in. Now, whether or not this was on the inside of the box, we'll have to see. I'm not too sure, I'm not too sure whether or not it is. We'll have to have a look. The decision is going to be, we're going to have a look at the monitor, and the decision is no penalty. After all that, it's no penalty in the end, but it's a free kick from what will be quite a threatening position really. It doesn't come to anything in the end, but Marcos Vinicius plays Marcos Vinicius, and nothing comes from that there, but Britos does well to win that back in place of the injured Antony. He goes back to De Los Santos. De Los Santos goes to the edge of the area, has the shot, he just puts it wide in the end. This is good though, obviously, where we had that final. Noble will be wanting to go and recreate his goal ideally if he can, in this stadium where he scored that amazing goal to win the Uruguay Cup final, which is crazy. It's not a nice thing because it's not a nice thing for the opposition because we had to beat them in the Uruguay Cup final in their own stadium, which I'm sure they would not have wanted at all, but it had to be done. We did it, and it was a very good performance, and ultimately we came away with the win. Here is Noble on this ball. He's advancing down this left side. He's going to look to try and play this ball into the middle. He might even go all the way himself or pull it back. Where will he go with this ball? He finds Britos into Cabrera, edge of the area with the shot, and that looked like it was rising and then just went down in the end, but I guess nothing comes from it in the end. But it's good performance from us so far here in this game, exactly the type of stuff we want to be playing in this game, and it's there's no cause for complaint really. Here's Bortogaray. It's going to go over to that far side of where who is it on that? Who will it be on that far side? It will be Marcos Vinicius, I believe. Header from Gregorio is cleared, and then it's a shot, very very ambitious one from the player there for Liverpool, and it goes over the bar in the end. We do still sit third, as you can see there. I think if these are the final games that we play here with Nacional, then we can't complain really. I think we're going to leave them in a very good position. It's a big project with this club though. You're going to have to sell some players in order to buy new players and hope that they develop and build into a team that will become really really good. But if some of these boys stay, like Marcus Vinicius, so long as I don't take them wherever we go, then they should be in a very good position to go on and build and become a very very good team. And here is Marcus Vinicius just before half time, the chance to make it 1-0. Where will he go with his penalty? Marcus Vinicius for 13 for the season, he scores to make it 1-0 here, and he cannot stop scoring. It's 13, as I said there. If we can go and take a look at the breakdown for his goals, he scored 3 he scored that hat trick against River Plate and then didn't play the second leg. 3 in the Copa Libertadores so far, 6 in the league, and it's been an amazing season. 31 goals in 38 league games. I don't know why, I still don't get why that only shows league games, to be honest, but I guess it does. But 31 goals in 38 league games. He had a bit of a slow start, just like Tom, exactly same build as Tom, Brazilian like Tom, but when he turned up and when it mattered most, he has become an absolutely exceptional player. Liverpool coming on the attack once again. It's into the midfield now, to the edge of the area, out to this left hand side. The player cutting in, it's a ball in behind, and how has that gone in? I mean, it's crept in through one of our defenders somehow. I thought it went wide in the end, but secondly, I think it's got to be offside. It has to be offside. If this is not offside, then you feel it's a very, very harsh decision. The decision is goal disallowed, the right one in the end. Really, 45 minutes gone here in this game. We're going to look to go into half time. It's been a very, very eventful first 45 minutes, but if we can just go and relax a little bit more. I think the first game was quite relaxed, hence why we're getting a little bit more here in this game. It's quite relaxed for about 60 minutes until all the goals started flying, but it was definitely a lot shorter than this one, and we've only had the one goal to show in this game. There's a ball in behind here, and straight from the kick-off, 15 seconds in, all we worked hard for in that first half is completely lost. Really, really poor from us, and we go 1-0 down here, 1-0 down, 1-1. We concede that goal, and it's just very, very poor. We cannot be affording to concede goals like that. Let's go and see what we can do in the rest of this first half, as Marcos Vinicius going to look to play a ball into the middle. He finds Guzman, who puts it over well wide in the end, which is really frustrating. But we've got time. We need to be patient. I think we're playing against a very good team here, hence why they are second place in the league as it stands. So we need to be we need to proceed with caution, but also try and find that winning goal, go and get the winner here in this game. If that other game, the Penarol Danubio game, stays a draw and we go and get the win, we would go top of the table, which is always nice. We've only lost just the one game all season, which was that opening game of the season against Danubio. So clearly they've turned up, and the fact it was only a 1-0 loss shows that I think we really were threatening in that game, and the fact it was only 1-0 shows that fact, and the fact that they were didn't turn up and put in an amazing performance to be honest. But Liverpool do score here in this game to make it 2-1, and we're going to have to look to make a few changes. We'll go a bit more attacking. I think we need to be a bit more aggressive, apply that aggression, be a bit more relentless, and we hopefully will play a bit more better. We're going to look to bring off some players now. Marcos Vinicius for Vlach. I want to bring Petrodi on in place of Guzman, and we'll go and make those 2 changes there and see how they go down. But it's been a total collapse, and it really is frustrating. We dropped down to 4th place there. We lose the minimum point that we did have coming into this game. Should we have got that draw, just as every other team seems to be, but the momentum a little bit with us, but apparently not. It's from another corner where that goal, the second goal for Liverpool came from, but we just can't get out the back and work out the back. And you know, it's set pieces is a big weakness for us, I think, and we've not been able to deal with that there, and we've not been able to deal with this ball in behind. The player just dribbles through. Luckily, nothing comes from it in the end. But in this game here in Uruguay, the Liverpool team, they've got a player called Nunes, obviously Darwin Nunes, Liverpool player, Uruguayan international, and there's another one here who also plays for Liverpool, but this time in Uruguay. I don't know what Darwin Nunes is saying now in game, but I guess he's I don't know if that could be him. He's coming to the Liverpool in Uruguay. How funny would that be? Liverpool, the red one in England, and then Liverpool in Uruguay, the blue one. That would be very, very impressive. There is one of the Nuneses. I don't know if that's the one I was on about. There's Suarez as well, who's playing clearly quite a common last name here. Some common last names in Nunes and Suarez. Can we go and get a goal? We're putting on a press here, doing really, really well, to be honest, to try and block these passing lanes, but nothing's come for us as of yet. There's a header in behind though, and Nunes is on the end of this. He's in behind, the shot goes in, and it's a save from Blanco in the end, and that was his last involvement. As you can see there in the bottom, he has come off, and hopefully we don't have to deal with another Nunes' threat for the rest of this game. I think another Nunes actually just come on, which is 3 Nunes now we've had to face off against in this game. 80 minutes gone. Liverpool with the set piece. Can we go and turn it over and get a winning goal, or not winning goal, but an equalising goal, and potentially, if we continue to attack after that winning goal? Here's Cabrera, does well to win it back. He goes into Petroni. We come on camera, we lose straight away. You know, we played against Defence or Sporting before we came on the episode. We beat them. We beat every other team apart from Danubio. But when we come on camera, 3 out of 4 losses in the last few episodes. It's very, very frustrating, but it might not be a loss if we can go and get a goal here in this game. But we've been exposed a little bit at the back. The player in behind for Liverpool, it's into the midfield, still with the midfield. That ball in behind, the shot's going to go in, and that is well over the bar. I think that was was it not an offside? There wasn't an offside. In the end, it is going to be another corner that we have to witness for Liverpool. It's a frustrating day, and if this is the last time we see Nacional, there's obviously, I'm not going to say it is going to be, but if it is, then it is a frustrating day for us, really, as Liverpool with this corner, taking the time, really, just time wasting. It's a ball to the back post, the header's going to go back in and into the hands of Blanco. In the end, it's one final chance for him to go and do something, but the full-time whistle goes, and that's very frustrating in the end. So once again, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy that video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll leave you this little tune. I'll see you again tomorrow wherever we are. Thank you. Bye bye.